most young women are taught badly that the most important thing that they'll do in their life is their career, and that's simply not true. It's not true for most people, and it's certainly not true for most women.
I certainly wasn't taught that myself. I feel like I'm doing quite well in my career, but I still have pressures. People who are saying, you know, when are you actually going to succeed properly by having a baby?
Yeah.
I kind of find that slightly offensive. I'm 38. I feel like I've got through my early 30s without almost luckily, when I look at what my friends have to deal with their children. I almost feel a little bit blessed. What do you say to that?
Well, I would say that it starts to get pretty lonesome in life after 45 if you don't have a family, you know, and so it's easy to consider the utility of an intense career, and like you have a very high quality career too, you know, that's something that marks you out from maybe from, let's say, more typical people, and perhaps that's worth more of a sacrifice, but you know, you're going to live till you're 90 in all likelihood. And
modern women currently happen to be the most closed-minded set of people in the world. They see the truth. Some try to hide from it because of what people will say if they take back their words, and some plainly choose to live. Many modern women have hit the wall, and they don't realize the problem they are in. They still blame it on men. They say things like, there are no good men around anymore. They say men are too weak to commit. Men are not loyal, and all sort of accusations failing to see that the wall has come for them. They are way close to becoming a cat lady. The other side of the yard is the women who consider dating and marriage, but are a mistake to men. Modern women find it very easy to blame something which often turns out to be men. It is a very natural habit for modern women to manipulate men for resources, or to shift blame, and they find it very easy to blame something, which usually ends up being men. Women can guilt-trip a man into believing he is the worst person alive and that he is the source of her misery. They can also make men believe their delusions are the reason they are alone and single, forgetting that their delusions were the cause in the first place. These actions reduce men to simps, make them extremely miserable, and sap their self-esteem. Many qualities that men value in women, such as innocence, femininity, and moral purity, have been stolen by feminism. After being completely used by Chad, they have a dangerously high body count, no longer possess beauty, their ability to conceive has decreased, and they now feel more like second-hand goods. Now that they want to settle down, they are all over the internet claiming that they were right all along, and that men are not worthy of their salt. How come boss ladies and independent modern women are not able to take responsibility for their actions? They claim they are responsible and equal with men, but they simply can't admit their mistakes and own up.
The reason why below bare minimum low effort men love to scare us with the prospect of being alone, of being worthless, is because they are projecting their fears of being alone and worthless. They simply cannot fathom that women are choosing to be single, because a man who does not have access to women is a loser as per the rules of the games of men. They cannot understand that they are not trophies in the world of women. Do you get it now? That's why they're always projecting,
you're gonna hit the wall, you're gonna be worthless, so many bodies, you're not even a virgin.
That's why, because they are projecting their fears of being worthless, of being alone. I read this TikTok, and I'll credit her here. She said that men love to scare women about hitting the wall because they're projecting their own fears of being at the wall, because men are born at the wall. Then they have to prove themselves to get out of the wall. Do you get it now? So they're always projecting their fears onto women about hitting the wall because they are at the wall. Bestie, I'm telling you, there is no wall for women. Women are desirable at any and all ages. Now you know.
I have a question. How am I projecting my fear? If I tell a woman, she's going to hit the wall. It's not my business if she hits the wall. She is not my sister. Neither is she the only woman on earth. There are younger, happier, innocent women all over the world. I think I'm basically saving a woman from depression. If I tell a woman, if you don't stop following this school of thought, you are going to hit a hard brick wall. There goes a modern woman who is just single and lonely. She has hit the wall herself, but she is failing to realize the dark truth. She believes being happy in the modern dating scene is based on knowing who was right all along between men and women, and there she goes, looking all sad, and still living in the delusion of feminism. The first thing I think these women need is the proper definition of the wall. The wall is when you hit a dead end. you are going to realize by yourself that you are done, as long as getting a man to treat you like you were treated in your 20s is involved in reality when you are becoming invisible to men. Now, it's left to a woman to say I am done by the standard of the other sex. Who are the ones going to put a ring on my finger or choose me among other women? The two choices left are to blame men for not quickly choosing me or not meeting my standard fast, and the second choice is realizing that I messed up already, so I better hold on to hope for the last time and see if I can have a last shot.
Life is just not easy for the woman when she hits a certain age. We're talking about women who've kind of had this high life and then they've stopped getting offers because maybe now she's hit like 38, 40. And then it's almost like they've kind of gone into this dark hole now. It's so toxic, it's like horrible.
Well, here's the thing. Most men don't feel sorry for those women, and I'll tell you why. The reason men don't feel sorry for them is because the experience that she begins to go through when she's older is the experience 90% of men go through every single day. The guy who works at the post office, the guy who helped you pack your bag, the guy who delivered your Amazon parcel, the guy in your class, the guy that you worked with. Most guys are invisible. It is only the high value guys that catches women's attention, the guy who's tall, attractive and shaped successful. So when women who have had that taste of the high life, have been that desirable, gotten all the attention, everything, they then get to a point where now they're being treated how most guys are treated. Guys don't feel sorry for them. A lot of guys feel that if you wanted to have a partner, have a family, settle down, you get to that point in life and you haven't done that, it's because you definitely had an abundance of opportunity to do that.
Yeah, it's tough shit.
Many women are going to be unalive believing that none of the things that happened to them in life was their fault. It was all boys who were not men. They will never accept that the outcome of their life was what feminism put them on. Oftentimes you would still see 50 and above old women unmarried, with 1 or 2 kids who didn't grow up with their father. And you will find these women putting it through to everyone that the pain she passed through in life was caused by men. But when you hear the full story, you will realize that this woman left all the good men looking for Chad, and Chad did to her what he knows how to do best. Who blames a scorpion for stinging him or her, despite knowing that the best thing you can get from a scorpion is a sting. This is a pure example of women still living in the dark shadows of feminism. The major reason why women hit the wall is that these women have no wife, mother, or partner quality. So in dating, men are willing to take responsibility because responsibility is just our instinct. It is not only to our loved ones or to our family. We take responsibility everywhere we see there is a need for it. So men take care of women even while dating because men say, why not? I'm going to marry her one day. But many of these modern women cannot even cook a proper meal. As a means of appreciation for the guy, they are not loyal, they can't be trusted, and they cannot do anything to support him, while this guy is busting his ass to create a cozy future for them. What they can at least do for him is to take care of him in return, by doing the things he needs for him. Some women have said that asking a woman to be responsible is misogynistic. Then we wonder why they end up hitting the wall, and still don't realize that they put themselves in that position, and that is the dark truth. That's all for today on Manhood. Remember to drop your thoughts in the comments section, and don't forget to hit that like button, click the subscribe button, and also turn on the notification bell to be the first to know when a new video drops. Share this video with whomever you would like to watch it with. Thanks for watching. See you at the next one. Cheers.